No, my God, I'm gonna lose.
GG's, bro.
Please, Crazy, I need this. My guitar's kind of broken. My blue always fingers, I'm trying to send it to Red.
Crazy, I'm watching the stream. I try not to laugh, bro. That's disrespectful as shit, bro. The fucking wrong with you, bro? Stop fucking laughing, bro.
Why you laughing at me? Why you laughing at me?
Look at you smiling, bro. You disrespectful as
Why
shit.
you laughing at me?
Hey guys, Matt Money here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Plastic Instruments Monthly. As always, things have been quite busy, haven't they? We've got some insane releases on the music side of things this month, as well as some pretty dope accomplishments all around. So, as always, let's jump straight into it. Let's start off today with a name I haven't gotten to mention in a while, Black Pawn. He released Black Pawn's Hell 2 last month. A short 1-minute affair that's chock to the brim with your typical Black Pawn fare. Teleporting, chording, tapping, strumming. There's a real mixed bag of difficulty here. We can move on to a more familiar name here. We have NATO, who dropped The Flow of Waves. This one's a lot more my speed in terms of difficulty, but also comes with a drum chart too for those who enjoy that sort of thing. While it's a lot easier than Black Pawn's Hell, it's longer too, with a roughly 2-minute runtime. Overall, a fun custom to lay back and enjoy with. Good job, NATO. Next up, we have another name I haven't seen in a long time, Stability. Last time they were up here was for a remix of Immortal, but here they are now with an original song in Fractured Dreams. Coming with both an expert and hard chart, it definitely channels that classic TSMB2 influence for an end result that's fresh, yet familiar. For another newer name, and a first-timer at that, we have Hiva, or perhaps Hiva, with their song 5. On one hand, it has all the hallmarks of a newer custom composer. Obvious Exile Lord influence, formant usage, and that one damn descending progression that I swear is everywhere. But regardless, I always love seeing fresh faces on the scene, and I think you should all send some love over. And to Hiva, hit me up if you ever want any help on this stuff. I'd be more than down to lend a hand. Moving on now, we've got a few artists who dropped multiple songs in November. Let's start off with Wasted CH, with Calamity and Deep Breath. The former is apparently, quote, an apology to the Brazilian CH community, unquote, with Wasted spending, quote, countless hours watching tutorial after tutorial and listening to way too much Brazilian funk, unquote, to bring their best attempt at a Brazilian funk track. So, to NATO, Goulart, William CH, Court, Spunky, and others, you tell me if they did a good job. The latter of these two songs, Deep Breath, is much more Wasted's typical fare, self-reportedly using everything he's learned in the last 3 months in this track. Keep up the work, man. From Wasted CH to South GH, we have South's 2 Minutes of Madness and Ode to Username CH. Both of these songs offer a good spread of South's typical stuff. Like with Black Pawn earlier, you'll see a mix of teleporting, chording, tapping, and strumming, all with that classic GH3-esque sound South is known for. In addition, both songs also come with expert and hard charted, so you don't have to completely annihilate your fingers to enjoy these. Closing in for the finish here, we have Slide Whistle. Slide Whistle? Slide Whistle. First up, Birthday Bash. Clocking in at only about 40 seconds long, and quite frankly, some of the most egregious and batshit insane charting I've seen in a while. This one's a great download if you hate yourself. But for real now, moving on to Slide's main big release for the month, there's Obelisk Part 1, the start of a new story custom series. An agent by the name of Otto Marcus Wayne was sent by a shadowy organization to investigate an artifact known only as the Obelisk. But now, he lied dead, with many questions remaining on how he got here. Overall, a simple but effective concept for a fresh story. Keep up the work, Slide. I'm invested. And speaking of story customs,
Your concept you should take to heart. Surrender. Now take action, Orion. Bow to Apollo.
Machines Ballad 5 Divinity is finally out after 3 long years of work. We're currently holding a CTFC for it over in our Discord with about 2/3 of the chart left to go. Spanning a runtime of about 30 minutes split across 3 episodes, there's plenty to dig into here on both the chart, audio, and lore side of things. It's been about a century since the events of Machines Ballad 4, but now Orion must face a ghost from his past showing up in an unexpected way. Artemis made a promise to Orion, one this new foe seems intent on keeping. Overall, I'm quite proud of the whole thing, and the response I've seen thus far is nothing short of incredible. So if joining that CTFC and or diving into this story sounds interesting to you, or you're just looking for a new song to play, I'd highly appreciate you all checking it out if you haven't yet. And finally, we'll have Thing or Thing wrap up today's releases with the much-anticipated Unreality Part 2, continuing the non-linear story started back in Part 1. Across its 3 songs, Thinger explores a variety of experimental sounds, diving headfirst into the central concepts at work. 2 employees of the mysterious company Tech Life grapple with a mystery far beyond their understanding, as a murder case long gone cold opens back up at the behest of a new enigma. It's as weird as it is awesome and heavy. This whole EP is definitely one I can recommend downloading, and even just listening to. And with that, we're through with this month's releases. As I said back at the start, some amazing stuff this time around. Keep up the good work, all of you, and keep making great music. Y'all are killing it. As always, links to any and all downloads can be found in the description down below. This is Matt Money, signing off.
What up, everyone? My name is MattJJ_, and I'm back again for your Clone Hero segment for November. It's been a bit of a quieter month, but nevertheless, we've still got plenty to showcase for you. Before we begin, we have to apologise to JR Stank real quick, who got the first ever FC of Lanterns all the way back in September that we somehow missed. An incredible achievement that we're sorry it slipped under our radar for so long. Also from October, we have Showboss and his FC of Skylights, a nice trill stamina chart which is no mean feat. Before we tackle November's accomplishments, however, we'd be amiss to not mention a tournament that has been taking place over the last couple of months. Taka's CH 2024 tournament went on throughout October and November, with 45 players from all corners of the community coming together in head-to-head battles Swiss tournament style. Many of these matches were streamed live, with Remix prevailing over Jarvis 4-3 in the grand final. These types of tournaments happen all the time, and if you want to see us highlight them more, please let us know in the comments. With that out of the way, let's dive straight into November. We've got William CH kicking us off with an FC of Alfbrook at 120% speed, showcasing his impressive strum stamina. William actually had a crazy month, FCing Rainbow Dash's Gala, a first documented, and Deceiving Paradise on the same day. On top of that, he claimed a couple crazy tech FCs, getting techs of Cosmic Embassy Legacy Edition and Remnants of Hell. The Legacy Edition of Cosmic Embassy, while not as crazy as the version we all know, is still nothing to scoff at, and Remnants of Hell was designed to be un-FCable, so the tech FC on its own is pretty crazy. To top it all off, he nabbed an FC of Cry for Eternity by Dragon Force, one of my favourite songs. Next up, we have Rob GH, back again to knock some more speed ups off the list. He FC'd Dueling Banjos at 150% speed, being the final song needed to complete the Guitar Hero 3 setlist at 150, an absolutely monumental achievement. He also FC'd Gambit at 150, leaving now only 5 songs left until the entirety of the original 5 setlists have been FC'd at this speed. Now on to my good friend Paul Blart Mallcop, who got the second ever FC of WTS Song, an insane tapping feat, and also got an FC of Pet at 110% speed on the same day, proving my comment from last month that he can just boot up a stream and piss out a bunch of insane tapping FCs. Not to be outdone, he also FC'd Duvet at 110, with some ridiculously fast quints and some crazy fast sigs. All 3 of these FCs are really impressive, and I'm keen to see what December has in store for Golden. Last month we mentioned Big Body almost FCing Colours by Between the Buried and Me on drums. Well, this month he did it. An insanely impressive feat given that the hardest and most brutal song was right at the end with White Walls. Probably the most insane drums FC we'll see all year. And speaking of colours, Dark Eye also FC'd this monstrous album, but on guitar. This is a different chart to the one that Geo FC'd last month, bringing us to 3 unique FCs of this album in a very short period of time. After a few months away grinding console FCs, Blue Bro is back on CH with an FC of Shaga Duga at 115, a really cool FC with some stupidly fast guitar soloing. Good to have you back, can't wait to see some more from you. Everyone's favourite Brazilian, Edu, got a really cool speed up this month, with an FC of Alt Tap Challenge at 150. This one is exactly what it says on the tin, some really clean and really fast alt tapping. The Brazilians have actually been on a roll this month, because we had William earlier, and we've also got Ente Diasmo getting a Tech FC of Egoless Act 9. This behemoth has been slaughtered a few times now, and it never fails to amaze me when someone new rises to the challenge. We also had Tex getting an FC of Offered Eruption right at the end of the month, which is a really cool and really clean FC. Nice job. Now on to some strumming FCs. First off the rank we have Bo CH, who is finally back with some crazy strumming shit. He FC'd the Hypocrisy and Megalomania this month, both very brutal and challenging FCs. Welcome back, and please keep crushing the strumming game. And speaking of brutal strumming, Annihilatron FC'd Telos Bridge C to D at 130, which is a mind-boggling 21.66 notes per second. What the actual fuck? We also have Metal Hero, who FC'd the Holy Mountain at 110% speed, a really cool stamina strumming FC. Circling back to mental tech FCs, Zappy Dash got a tech FC of Victory Solo J, which is absolutely cooked, really nice work. We've also got Untalented, who teched DNA Uber Solo 9, a very short and silly but still impressive tech. He also tech FC'd Open Window VGH Remastered, which, while not as hard as the original chart, is still a really cool accomplishment. Keep up the good work. Next up, we have I Wish Ornej Didn't Chord, the title of Ornej's We and Tell Tech FC, which is a strum and chord tech remake of 3's HL by Thingathing. This is one of my favourite charts of the year, so it's really awesome to see someone taking it on. This FC was originally part of the now privated Orntage 2024. Brit Billy got an FC of the Glass Bridge at 125% speed, a very clean FC of a very cool and shreddy song. St. August got an FC of the hard chart of Star Walking VGH, which in typical Jarvis charting fashion still holds up really well to the expert chart and is nothing to scoff at. Next up we have Rakshi Boy, who nabbed an FC of Death Element by Skywings with only 4 ghosts, all the while being blindfolded. The muscle memory it takes to nail something like this so cleanly is insane, really impressive FC. Dark Crusher FC'd Void's Birthday Hell on his birthday, which is a tradition for a few players now that I really like seeing. I want to see more of these, birthday FCs in the future. Joke1 Max got 2 crazy FCs this month, FCing 40 ounce by Polyphia at 125% speed, and also getting what he's calling his new best FC, Dualis Flamel, after a long and brutal grind. Congrats on finally getting the FC. My boy Cyan, for some reason I can't quite work out, decided to demolish an entire habanero pepper before attempting a run of Flame Wall by Camellia. Unsurprisingly, he did not FC, but he did get a -7, which is still really impressive given the fact that his mouth kinda was on fire.
Hey gamers, it's Crazy here to cover a few accomplishments that Matt forgot to say. Well, firstly, we got a full album FC. Geometric FC The Zenith Rise by I Built the Sky, a 44-minute tech gauntlet that's sure to test your consistency. But not only did he get this FC, he had the dropless sustain modifier enabled, meaning that you'll break your combo if you don't hold out the sustains, and that modifier makes songs like Diamond Dust extra tricky with its extended sustains. Next, we have Lefty Guy getting an FC of Pillars of Sand at 115% speed. It's a 15 notes per second tech strummy beast, where if you aren't solid with your 4 strumming, this song will give you an extremely difficult time, and Lefty makes it look super easy. Good shit, man. And finally, if the other Will accomplishments weren't good enough for you, we also have Jesudad at 125% speed, a black metal song that sounds really good, and it has a chart that's essentially 13.4 notes per second strumming for its entire runtime of 7 minutes. That's over 5,000 notes. Goddamn, bro. Chill out. Alright, back to Matt JJ, mate. He's keen to put a shrimp on the barbie, mate, or something like that.
Now on to montages. We had just 3 this month. Starting off with Bo, who uploaded a dump of some smaller strumming FCs that, according to him, didn't deserve their own upload, but is still pretty nuts. Next up is Gold Taj 3 from Golden Plate, featuring some of the most insane clips I've seen in a long time. A lot of these were collected from uploads on his second channel, but there's some new stuff in there too, and I highly recommend checking the whole thing out. We then have The Showdown from Showbus, a compilation of all his section FCs from the past 2 years of playing, again with some absolutely mental clips in there. We also had a community tech FC from the Brazilian community, FCing 1994 by Matthias. That rounds out our CH accomplishments for November. Another quick reminder to please join the Plastic Instruments Central Discord to keep up to date on everything that is going on, as well as being the best place to submit any FCs you have for future PIM episodes. I'll be back in a moment for the YARG segment.
Ormond Avenue, Gilly Street and Tirana Street, we got it. Oh, come on! Oh, come on!
Hello again. Let's jump straight into our YARG accomplishments for November. Starting us off once again, we have Rakshi Boy, who had a few impressive no-ghost FCs this month. He FC'd Seeds of Downfall by Brymere, Put the Hammer Down by Stormage, and The Land of Zia by Memories of Old, all with 0 ghosts. Really impressive shit, dude, please keep it up. We also had Computer Dude back with some more Keys FCs. He got FCs of Radioactive by Waterflame and Fall of an Empire Part 6 by The L Train, both on Pro Keys. As usual, these are some really cool FCs. As for official setlist releases, we had a single song drop this month, the aptly titled Song of November by Frantic Memories. As always, this is available to install via the launcher. That just about wraps me up for November. As always, I've been MattJJ_. Enjoy the rest of the video.
What's up, guys? It's Gorilla back again to cover this month's console scene in November 2024. Before we get into the accomplishments, we have some news. The cover of Same Old Song and Dance that was created to be used in GH3 has finally resurfaced. This cover was always known about, apparently being so bad that they just ended up asking Joe Perry of Aerosmith for the real deal.
Same old story, same old song and dance, my friend.
This cover may have been what actually led to us getting Guitar Hero Aerosmith. Pretty cool. Starting off the accomplishments, Cyan finally decided to contribute to the segment of the video he works on. After FCing the solo 6 times, he finally got 200k because it's midnight from GH80s. That solo activation isn't very hard on paper, but the front end makes execution very annoying in runs. MCHCR, a player who just finished a full series FC on Clone Hero earlier this year, has started working towards it on console. He was able to get 85 out of 86 FCs on GH World Tour, leaving just Thatch Boogie for the full game FC. You got this, man. Just a matter of time. Nuke had a few nice FCs this month, getting Living Deadbeat and the Ties That Bind on Warriors of Rock, as well as getting Satch Boogie to finish off the GH World Tour full game FCs. A great trio of FCs, showing off a strong balance of skill and engine adaptation on these games. Mr. Electric Nick has been still working hard on his full series FC, getting Because It's Midnight on GH80s, as well as finishing a full game FC on GH1. This leaves him with just Ballroom Blitz to wrap up the 3 Strum Limit engine in the GH series, which would be a very big thing to get off the list. Gamma must have gotten bored because he decided to show us why he's still the GOAT of FCing whatever he feels like. After getting Surfing with the Alien in 4 tries, he decided to follow it up with the first try FC of For the Love of God. Then, he decided to follow that up with the first try FC of Soothsayer. He literally got the entire Guitar Virtuoso DLC pack back to back to back. He also got an FC of Black Sunday, being one of the hardest songs in the Warriors of Rock DLC catalog. And of course it only took him a few tries. Bro really is him.
You're that guy, pal. Trust me. You're that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
Are you?
Absolutely.
Suppy has also been picking off some more really good FCs. On GH3, he got FCs of Johnny I Hardly Knew Ya and Soothsayer, 2 of the hardest DLC songs from the game. On Warriors of Rock, he knocked out Black Sunday, which we already mentioned is one of the hardest DLC charts. Then over on Rock Band, he FC'd Riot Act. This song is on the list for top 100 hardest guitar charts in the Rock Band franchise, and it may also be the first time it has ever been FC'd in Rock Band 2 specifically. Sleeper puts his Rampage from October into this month, starting off with The Devil Went Down to Georgia to wrap up the GH3 Plus DLC full game FC. He didn't stop there, as he jumped right into GH World Tour's DLC, knocking out Dueling Banjos and On Tour Modern Hits theme, which are the 2 most notable FCs in the game's DLC catalog. If you're looking out for a new full library FC on console, I keep your eyes on Sleeper. Chance has been cleaning up his set list nicely, wrapping up full game FCs of World Tour and Metallica, both on PS2. Not only are these very impressive accomplishments in their own right, but doing them on PS2 is an extra flex and a great help for documentation of these ports of the games. Asai really does not care how hard an engine is, because he thought he could just go grind out 900k on the GH3 chart of Through the Fire and Flames on GH1's engine? Guess what? He did it. This accomplishment really speaks for itself. You just have to go check out this video to appreciate it. 456 Productions got himself in the history books, being the 4th person to ever achieve a Rock Band full series FC on expert drums.
Bitch! 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 Bitch!
Seeing a full series FC from GH or Rock Band that isn't on guitar controller can be very far and few between. Great work showing us just how talented you are. To finish up console, JPrez has some special gifts for us. First off, he managed to complete a GH80's full game FC in under 3 hours. For reference, this game's setlist adds up to about 2 hours of music, meaning on top of added time for menus and loading, you basically have to get every song in 1 to 2 tries. Now for the second gift of JPrez, the best score in nearly 2 decades of Guitar Hero. Jordan 502,000 points on GH2. I cannot overstate how big this is. This is the GH2 equivalent of 1 million points on Through the Fire and Flames. However, this is actually possible on the original engine. It is truly the holy grail of Guitar Hero high scores, something that has been a joke since probably before we ever saw the first ever Through the Fire and Flames FC back in 2008.
Oh my god, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done! Holy fucking shit! Oh my god!
Well, that about wraps up the console scene this month. I'm Gorilla, swinging back to my jungle. I'll see you guys next time.